Hi everyone, my name is Nur Nabiha Binti Azman from class BA11743, and today I will be present about topic 4, transport costs. This is my infographic. We will go through each part of it for a better explanation. First is the definition of costing. Costing is defined as the allocation of expenditure or resource to business activity, while transport economists define as an analysis of the cost based on whether they are increase or decrease with the volume of traffic, or it depends on volume of traffic. The second part is the important thing to learn about costs are to give regular up-to-date information to business owner, to highlight bad trends so manager can take appropriate action before large loss occur, to imagine a return on capital so shareholder will satisfied with business performance, and lastly, costing is a basis for pricing. Next is type of cost. There are 8 types of cost. First is fixed cost. Fixed cost is the cost that not depend on the level of good or service produced by business. For example, land, vehicle, and parking space. Next is variable cost, the cost that respond to the change in activity levels, such as raw materials, sale, inventory, maintenance, labor, and fuel. Next is opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is the value that the next best alternative forgone as the result of making decision. Next is joint cost. A joint cost occurs when a production of one good automatically results in the production of another good in fixed proportion. For example, consider a rail running only from point A to point B. The movement of a train from point A to point B will be result the return movement from point B to point A. Next is common costs. Common costs arise when a facility used to produce one transport service are also used to produce another transport service. For example, KLIA, they use for freight, cargo, and also for service or airlines. Next is generalized cost. Generalized cost is the sum of the monetary, for example, fare on a public transport journey, or non-monetary, for example, travel time of the journey. It is something used as a basic for judgment of transit accessibility and equitable distribution of public transit resources. Next type of cost is private cost. Private cost is any cost that a person or firm pay in order to buy or produce a good and service. And lastly is public cost. Public cost is the cost imposed to other operator and the economy as a result of single operator activity. Next part is case study. On June 9, 2022, the Transport Minister announced a reduction in ticket price for Skypark Link Express service from KL Central to Sultan Abdul Aziz Shah Airport in Subang. A 65% reduction from the original price of 10 ringgit is given to consumers who purchase a ticket cashless. For passengers who buy ticket with cash, only pay 4 ringgit instead of 11 ringgit. And 50% reduction in the ticket price given to children, students, senior citizens, and people with disabilities. And the service also increased the daily trip from 25 to 32 trips per day. In my opinion about the article, I support the action because it is one of the ways to attract public to ride public transport and make it easier for B40 community to use public transport by reducing their transportation costs. And also, Minister of Transport also increased the frequency of trip, make it easier for people to use the service without waiting too long for the next train to come. My suggestion for the improvement are not focusing to one place only. KL Central is a strategic place to start the reduction of the ticket price, but not everyone want to go same place every day. So the Minister of Transport can do a same thing to other place too. And the second suggestion is apply the action to the other mode of transport. For example, Minister of Transport can give subsidies to bus because bus have a higher accessibility than train. In my conclusion, I think everyone should have a basic knowledge about costing because when I learn about costing, I can apply the knowledge in my daily life. For example, when I calculate my daily expenses, I can reduce my expenses by reducing a certain cost, and I can also understand why an item is given a certain price. This is a reference list I use to prepare infographic and this video. And that's all for me. Thank you for watching.